Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me on Their Fight Story with Igdalia. We have another amazing guest today. His name is Jorge Vega. Jorge, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, thank you. Where are you currently training?
With Team Santos Fighting Academy.
And how did you get into martial arts?
Watching The Ultimate Fighter back in the day when I was a kid. Plus, I like all those kung fu movies too, like with Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and all those guys.
What motivated you to become a fighter?
That is a good question. I don't know. I felt like I was good at it, to be honest. I like testing myself with other people. I like pushing myself to see where do I stand.
Mhm.
I've been doing that since I was a kid, so it's like a normal thing for me.
Do you have a fight name?
I got a fight name at the gym.
What's your fight name?
Nah, like uh, Tyson.
Tyson. And where did that come from?
Oh, from my coach. My coach is very funny. Matt Santos. He don't came out with the Tyson part. It's not only Tyson, it's Miguel Tyson, but they just cut it out to Tyson. So the story goes like this. So one day I was sparring and he was looking at me, and I guess since I was short, tiny, and stocky, like a Tyson, and how to use my hands. So he said, you know what? I'm gonna call you Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Once I call you Tyson, nobody will remember your name. And I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. A few weeks later, everybody started calling me Tyson. Nobody knows my name. When you say Jorge Vega, they say, who? Who's that? Who's that? Then I know where he came out with Miguel Pop. And I asked him, it's like, why you call me Miguel? So it's Miguel Tyson now? He said, yeah. He said, why Miguel though? Oh, because you're Spanish. That's it. I'm like, so simple. Easy. All right, cool.
He couldn't even pick your own name?
Nope. Once he started that nickname, it could have been worse. You know what I'm saying? He made all the worst nickname, but at least mine is like simple, easy. It's not embarrassing, so I'm good. I'm good. I stick with it.
You are a professional Muay Thai fighter.
Yes, I am.
What motivated you to switch to MMA?
The MMA part is my debut. So what happened was I wanted to do MMA a long time ago, but when I started, I was too focused in grappling and striking, so it's kind of hard to balance them out. You know what I'm saying? Some people can do it, some people can't. I'm just not one of those people that can focus on different technique because there's a lot to do with it. It's not just something you just go in class and just learn and automatically you're a master at it. No, it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a process to go for it. There's a technique, strategy, and how to think and how to use it properly that comes to it. So it's kind of hard for me to learn both of them at the same time. So that's why we didn't do the MMA in the beginning.
Okay.
So instead, I started focusing more on striking because striking was my weakness. Well, both were my weakness, but I like striking more. So I started striking because in my thought process was that if I'm doing MMA, it always starts on the feet. It doesn't start on the ground. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we gotta go ready, go, and I'm in the ground already. It's like, come get me. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna work out like that. So I focused a little bit more on my striking, and plus it was better opportunity for me to strike than MMA because of my size, because of my height. So there was a lot of barrier when it comes to that. I'm just grateful enough that they just gave me a chance to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because my first fight was the dude was like 6'5", 6'5", 6'6", and I'm only like 5'8". So there was like a little iffy to see if I can make it or not.
How has martial arts impacted your life?
Pretty good though. Pretty good. I'm an excited guy. You know what I'm saying? I get very excited. So martial art helps me like calm down, and then I can use it in the gym. Then I feel refreshed when I leave out of the gym. You know what I'm saying? You know when you got those urges. Everybody does. That's the thing. I'll tell everybody. It's like it doesn't matter if you're the nicest person in the world. You have those urges. You just want to release it, but it's hard to do so. But it's great to do it in a fighting gym. When you're doing a fighting gym, you know what I'm saying? You released it. You hit up some dude. He hit you back, and then at the end of the day, you say, "I see you next week," and that's it.
You become best buds.
Oh hell yeah! Oh yeah! I got good friends by me punching them in the face. Look at that.
Exactly. Who has been your biggest inspiration in the sport?
That is a good one. That is a good one. Give me a little bit more detail. What you mean about that?
Who inspired you to keep going, or who inspired you to actually do this as a career?
It's a little bit of everything. A little bit of myself, a little bit of my coaches, a little bit of my family, people that actually believe that I can make it further and further, and actually people who now believe now because everything I say that I will do, I have done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that helps me motivate myself to push forward. My coaches, when they pick fights and all that, they believe in me that I got this 100%. They would never put me in the fight that I'm not ready for.
Mm-hmm.
They always make sure that I'm 100% of everything I do. And then help me push myself further and further. Even though sometimes when I get tired, I complain a lot. I do complain. It makes me feel better. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding in. I get aggressive if I hold it in. I complain a lot, but they know who I am. They know that I do that used to be me and all that. But at the end of the day, they know how much I can push myself. So they do it constantly every single time, no matter how much I'm dying, no matter how miserable I look. They constantly push me because they know I got more in the tank.
How does it feel seeing these people now supporting you when in the beginning they didn't support you or they didn't think you could do it? How has that pushed you to keep going?
That is another one. That's a good one right there. So now go right there. The problem is this: when I started, I had no support. Well, except for my family part
Mm-hmm.
and my coach's part. But in reality, most of my fights and all that, like there was not a lot of people like believing in me and all that. Well, first because my age, my height, my size, so all that's a factor. So
Mm-hmm.
there was not a lot of people believing me until I proved them wrong. And then
Mm-hmm.
after that, they came to my side. You know what I'm saying? They came to my side. They saw the light, and they saw that I have greatness coming into it. Um, so yeah, so every single like I told everybody, like every single fight I'm in, I'm always an underdog. I'm always in the territory, other people's territory, and I'm only there to lose. But I'm glad that happened because I created this shield that doesn't affect me. So no matter where I go, no matter if it's your hometown or it's like a crowd who's booing me and all that, will not affect my performance. Because at the end of the day, I'm here to perform. And then you might not like me now, but once you see me fighting, you might get excited and then you become new fans.
How do you separate the ones that supported you from the start, the ones who converted to supporting you, to know the difference between it's a genuine support versus an opportunity?
Oh, that's easy. That's super easy. You always get the people that support you from day one before you was nothing. That's always the people that used to make sure they have your back and they're looking out for you because they're there when you got nothing. The new ones, you keep them like a 50-50, you know what I'm saying? Until you can see like, okay, they're genuine, they're not genuine, but you keep them 50-50. But the people who've been there since day one, there's no like barrier there, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know who's there for when you started and you know who wasn't when you became who you became.
It's a tricky sport. I've seen people where they say, "Oh yeah, yeah, I support you," but it's because they're looking for an opportunity to benefit from it.
Mm.
Where people will come and now all of a sudden they didn't support you, but now, oh wait, he has a striking power, he has this, he has that, so hey, come to our side, come to our gym, let's do this, because now people are trying to pull you away from.
Ah, all right. But you see, me and you spoke before, right? You see the type of person I am when it comes to that discussion that when you had. You know what I'm saying? I am loyal,
Mhm.
legit. I'm just loyal. It's like the people that gives me chances, it's the people I'm growing with, and I will not like leave my gym because it's somebody better,
Mhm.
or leave my people because I'm up there now in the world and things like that. Like that's not really me.
Mhm.
I'm always looking at it like you should be grateful what you have and who made you there, instead of just looking ahead to move forward. But then when you move forward, things goes wrong because the people who was there supporting you and watching your back is not there no more because you
Mhm.
chose to go up. You chose to move up quickly by yourself instead of having the people who was there for you. And I believe in that. I believe in
Mhm.
that. So when people, you can invite me in my gym, you know what I'm saying? You can ask me to like train with you guys and shit, things like that. You can ask me whatever you want. End of the
Mhm.
day, I'm gonna ask my coach if that's okay. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? I always double check with my coaches to make sure that's okay. Because if they're not cool with it, then I can't do it. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? End of the day, yes, I am a fighter and I am my own man, but at the same time, I respect my gym, I respect
Mhm.
my coaches, and I'm not gonna do them dirty like that.
Yes, and that's the key. It's not about what anybody else thinks. It's about the respect, integrity, and loyalty that you have for the people that support you and have been there for you and look out for your best interests. Sometimes we see things a
Hmm.
certain way, but the people that are really in our corner can see the other side of it that we aren't seeing because we're blinded at the moment. How do you feel this fight is going to go?
It's gonna be interesting, to be honest. He told me he's gonna stand up with me, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's a different thing. People tells me all the time. Remember, I had 3 Muay Thai fights.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of them said they're gonna knock me out. All
Mm-hmm.
3 of them had a game plan. All 3 of them had their own ways until you get hit by me. There's a different story. That's all it is. It's like once you get hit, there's a different story. That is the difference between me and other fighters. I don't talk about I'm gonna knock you out. I don't need to talk about I'm gonna knock you out.
Mm-hmm.
I will feel your power or I will feel your speed when we get in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you feel you're gonna knock me out, you can go right ahead. You can try. You know what I'm saying? I always say you can try. There's nothing wrong about trying. But at the same time, I'm gonna hit you back. If you're gonna see what's what once you feel my power.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, I've been to war. Like if you see my fights, I always been to war. I've been into stuff. How you say it? Stuck places. You know what I'm saying? Like when they're trying to hug me, they're trying to
Mm-hmm.
clinch me, they're trying to elbow me, they're trying to do a whole bunch of stuff. So I've been in those dirty fights. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mm-hmm.
still end up being on top. The only difference will be is that the ground game. Like whose ground is better?
Yeah.
Like I got a ground game. It's very secret, but I got a ground game. People don't know about it, but you know what I'm saying?
They'll find
If
out on
you,
Saturday.
yeah. You can assume that I'm just a Muay Thai striker. That's fine, but think about it. My gym is Team Santo Fighting Academy, BJJ, and Muay Thai. You think if I only got Muay Thai, I will get an MMA fight? My coach will not allow that. He made sure that my ground game is on point, or at least decent enough to defend myself before putting me in an MMA fight. If you want to stand up with me, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you're trying to put it to the ground, that's fine. I'll figure out a way to maneuver and jukes or whatever, trying to figure out how to take this victory, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and you know what? That is so important that you say that. That if your coach didn't think you could do it, he wouldn't tell you to go ahead with the fight. This is MMA, mixed martial arts. So you use all of your techniques. What is your thought process as far as that it's going to be in a cage versus a ring? Like you don't have to worry about falling out. I've
I
always
see
been
you did that.
scared. I've always been
I see
scared
you
when I
did that.
see you.
Especially this big ass dude coming at you like,
I'm
oh,
like,
going
oh shit.
backwards. Oh man, I see what you did there. It's funny as hell. Um, I don't know, man. To be honest, like I've been in the cage before. Like in my old gym. Well, when we used to be in Westminster, we had a cage there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been stuck in the cage before. You know what I'm saying? Especially sparring where like Rob Brown, he was a heavyweight for our gym and all that, and other people. So I've been in cages, so it's not nothing new for me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they close the doors and I feel like stuck like a wild animal in the cage. It doesn't feel like that. It's just a different type of ring, different movement. You can't use the rope, so you gotta be stuck in the cage. So it's a different way of looking at it, but it's the same thing. End of the day, I'm not focusing on what's in my surrounding. I'm focused on my opponent who's in front of me.
Do you want to finish this fight or do you want to let it go to the judges?
That's another thing that I can't decide that. I cannot decide that. The reason I can't decide that is that it all depends what he gives me. It all depends what he gives me. Like I told in Steve Dominican's podcast, it's like I don't look for it; it just shows up. So whatever's there and it show up, because I'll take opportunity. The best thing about me is that I'm calm, I'm patient. I will strike, I will grapple. If I see an opportunity there, I take it. If you want to get to me, I'm gonna take it. If I feel like I caught you clean and you're about to get finished, I'm gonna take it. Like every opportunity, I don't look for it. The problem with looking for it is that you make mistakes because you're not paying attention to nothing else. All right, now you're focusing on finishing this moment instead of just focusing that there's other tools, there's other strategies that he might have that you're not seeing because you only focus on one thing. So I'll make sure that whatever opportunity I have, and when it's there, I take it, and make sure that when I take it, it's 100%. Because if it's not 100%, I don't want to gas out. I don't want to make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I fight. So it's kind of it's tough. It's tough because if it was a regular knockout person like Mike Tyson, like every round was like bam, knockout. That's it. I'm gonna knock him out. Every single time I fight in the ring, I'm gonna knock him out. I haven't done that, so it's like it goes by round. You know, it depends on the person and what they give me. You know what I'm saying? For me to finish you off.
Yeah. Where do you want your career to go after this fight? Are you going to be continue to do Muay Thai and MMA or just strictly MMA? What's your game plan?
I want to do both. to be honest. I do both. Why stop in one?
Hmm.
The thing is, one, because if I do both, I'll be more active. You know what I'm saying? Unless they give me a contract that said I can't fight, I got like 3 fights with them and all that. That's a different
Hmm.
story. If I have a contract, then we can go from there. If I do not have a contract, I'm gonna do both.
Hmm.
Why stop? And plus, if I do both, I get better in my experience. Because at the end of the day, striking is my number one thing. So if I do Muay Thai, I mean, it gets more time for me to learn new skills. It gives me more time to try it out, understand a person. It gives me more time to develop my skills. So like that, if I do MMA, I just bring those skills to MMA.
Hmm.
And then with MMA part, it's just mostly the grappling, the clinching, and that's it. So I'd rather just do both and keep myself busy than just doing one.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the contract. If you were under contract, they say you can't do another professional type fight if you're under contract.
No, that's all depends. I figure
Really?
that all depends. Yeah. So
Oh.
what's funny part was the Lion fight, right? They gave me a one contract deal, one contract. They did it twice, one contract deal. So okay, that's fine. So before the third one, right? We was gonna book an MMA fight. So I was gonna have an MMA fight, then the Muay Thai fight. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But then they wrote in my contract that I can't compete at any organization in 45 days. And I'm looking at it, they never wrote that before. Like, what the hell's going
Hmm.
on? But now it's under contract, so I can't do it. So we had to
Hmm.
cancel the MMA fight. So if it says it there that I cannot do it, then I can't. But if it
Okay.
doesn't, then I could.
Nice. Good to know. Good to know. Before we conclude with this interview, is there anything else that you would like to share?
Yo, stay tuned, man. Watch my first MMA fight. Everybody enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a fan of me, yeah, you will be. I just don't throw bombs. I throw strategies. I throw speed, power, movement. So there's a lot of things going on right now. So if you want to check me out, go to Cage Titan, pay-per-view or live stream or get the tickets on it. If you do, you want to show some support for Vega in a promo code.
Yes. So they can go to cagetitansfc.com and in the right corner, they'll have the live stream. And it's important that they put Vega to support you and you get the credit. Whoever's watching, to make sure that if you support Vega, you can do the live stream. Make sure that you put his name. And if you want to donate something, feel free to donate it. Just make sure that his name is there and it will go to him. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for having me on your show.